engineering mechanics. It is one of the important subjects which is related in your first year, and with related to the engineering mechanics subject, there is a 4 marks question in your GATE examination. So what is the definition of the engineering mechanics? What is engineering mechanics? First, the concept of engineering mechanics, it is related to the rigid body. It is related to the rigid body. The basic requirement for the study of mechanics of deformative bodies and the mechanics of the fluids. It can be related to the mechanical members, mechanical components, electrical devices, and encountered in engineering. The rigid body mechanics. The rigid body mechanics means your study can be refer the deformable bodies. A rigid body does not deform under the load. What is the conclusion of this rigid body mechanics? A rigid body does not deform under a load. For example, one stone. One stone is placed in one place. Without any force, it cannot be moved from one place to the another place. That is one of the example of the rigid body. Next is, in rigid body there is a static, deals with the equilibrium of the bodies under the force action of the force. So this is the diagram of the G. This is the diagram of the G. Without any force, you cannot lift this load up to the distance. Or for example of the chair, without your load you can't straight down the back and apply the force on the forelimb of the chair. This is also one of the examples which is related to the dynamic. Dynamics means deals with the motion of the body. Dynamic means which deals with the motion of the body. That is the acceleration motion. Dynamics deals with motion of the bodies, and that is an acceleration motion. And this acceleration motion can be moved with respect to the car. The car can move from one place to another. The ball, when you throw, it is also moved from one place to another. That is known as a dynamic body. So the basic engineering is related to the static and dynamic. Static means the rigid body, and dynamic means the body which is having a motion. The fundamental terms which is used in mechanics, that is the length, time, mass, and force. All the student knows that fundamental terms. These fundamental terms are related to the length. The length means the distance between the two described systems, and it is physical system. That is a distance. It is a geometric property. The time is a successive event. The time means it is a successive event, and it is related to the basic quantity of the dynamics. The mass, the quantity of the matter in the body, that is known as a mass. The measure of mass is the inertia of the body. What is force? The force represents the action of one body to the another. That is characteristics by its magnitude, direction of its action, and its point of application. So force, it is always in vector quantity. The force, it is always can be expressed in vector quantities because it is having the motion as well as the direction. Newton's mechanism that related to the length, time, mass are absolute concept of independent to each other. It is not dependent on each other. It is independent to each other. Where the force is not dependent, it is independent to the fundamental factor. The force acting on the body is related to the mass of the body and the vibration of the velocity with respect to the time. What is the definition of the force? The force acting on the body is to the mass of the body and the variation of its velocity with respect to the time. The force can be also occur between the two bodies are physically separated. That is gravitational force, electrical and magnetic force. All these parameters are related with respect to the force. Some terms which is you have to remember while studying this engineering mechanics, that is mass is property of the matter that does not changes from one location to the another. The mass, all the students remember one thing, that in GATE examination there is a question. The mass is property of the matter that does not change from one place to another. True or false? True or false? Then you have to remember that what is it contain, the mass, it does not change. Then you have to tick on true. The weight refers to the gravitational attraction. The weight refers to the gravitational attraction of the earth on a body or quantity of the mass. Its magnitude depends upon the elevation at which the mass is located. That means the weight of the body is the gravitational force acting on it. What is your body weight? The weight of the body is the gravitational force. The weight of the body is the gravitational force acting on it. That is the main thing. So all the students remember this concept, that is mass is property of the matter that does not change from one location to another, and weight of the body is the gravitational force acting on it. So this is one practical. A body with mass but with demonstration cannot be neglected. Means the size of the earth is insignificant. The size of the earth is insignificant and compared to the size of its orbit. The earth can be modulated as a particle when study its orbit motion. So this is a diagram. This is sun. This is a orbit of your earth. And earth can be modulated as a particle. It can be placed here, 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 here. Here place one complete revolution. Here place after that make one complete revolution. So in this way, the earth can be modulated as a particle when studying its orbit motion. So what is rigid body? Rigid body means a large number of the particles are fixed with some distance, that is known as a rigid body. So this is a concentrated force. This is a concentrated force. This is the example of concentrated force. All the students are see this diagram. This is 160 kilonewton and 40 kilonewton. So total weight acted on this truck or this trolley is 160 plus 40, that is 200. But 160 plus 40, both the weight are distributed. The 40 kilonewton is acted on rear wheel and front wheel, and 160 kilonewton is acted at rear wheel. The Newton's three laws of the motion. There are three laws of the motion. The Newton's three laws of the motion. The first law contains the principle of equilibrium of the forces. The first law contains the principle of equilibrium of the forces. So see this principle. So first law contains the principle of equilibrium of the forces. That is, on this body, the force will be acted in F1 direction, F2 direction and F3 direction. That is the first law. Second law. The second law of motion. That is, the second law forms the basic most of the analysis in dynamics. That is, the force, experience and acceleration. The force, unbalanced force, experience and acceleration, and that has been divided or directed in the same direction as the force and the magnitude both is directly proportional to the force. That is the second law of motion. The force, there is a motion and there is the acceleration. F is equal to ma, accelerated motion. So it means the second law forms the basic for the most of the analysis in dynamics. After that, there is a third law. The mutual forces of action and reaction between the two particles are equal, opposite and collinear. The mutual forces of action, that means your mutual forces that comes together in opposite direction, and reaction between the two particles are equal and opposite or collinear. This is the diagram which shows the mutual forces action. That is force F in this direction force F in this direction. Both the forces are opposite to each other, that is A and B. This is called as an action and reaction. That means the third law is the basis of your understanding of the force, that force always occur in pair of equal and opposite force. The force, it is always occur in the pair of equal and opposite force. That is called as an law of motion, third law of motion. The force is always occur in the pair of equal. For example, if you started gun, whatever the force you are applied on the bullet, the same force can be applied on your hand with respect to gun. This is called as a law of the motion, that force always occurs equal and opposite. To student understand these three concepts. First law of motion, that is related to the equilibrium. Second law of motion related to acceleration. Law of the motion, that is related to equal and opposite forces. So all the students understand this concept. Next is, what is the gravitational attraction? What is gravitational attraction? So this is the weight of the body that occur the static as well as dynamic forces. So these are two bodies, that is the M1 and F. The force is F, M2, and the force in direction and with respect to these. So the gravitational forces, the force can be represented with G, M1, M2 upon R2. The F is equal to mutual force of attraction. G is the universal constant of gravitational. M1, M2 is the masses of two particles, and R is the radial distance between two particles. So in this way, you can also explain the gravitational force of attraction with respect to the Earth. So this is the Earth and this is the whole area. That is Gme upon R, that is acceleration due to gravity. W is equal to mg. This can be converted, W is equal to mg, and with respect to G, the value of G is 9.81 meter per second square. All the student knows that the value of G is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. So this is the units, mechanics unit, that is the fundamental unit. The quantity, dimensional symbol, and SI unit. Okay? So mass, it is represented with M, length is represented with L, time is represented with T, and force is represented with F. The mass, it can be converted into SI unit, that is kilogram. Length is converted in meter, time it is in second, force it is in Newton. That is kmsn. But the kilogram, meter, second and Newton, it is the basic unit. It is a basic unit. So force is equal to mass into acceleration, and weight is equal to mass into gravitational center of gravity or gravitational force. So what is the definition of 1 Newton force? The definition of 1 Newton force is, 1 Newton force is the force required to give a mass of 1 kg and acceleration of 1 meter per second. You have to remember this definition, because this definition is asked in your question number 6 or question number 36. The sentence is correct or not correct. The 1 Newton is the force required for the mass of 1 kg and acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So this is the basic unit. These units are giga, mega, kilo, milli, micro, and nano. Now we come on scalar and vector. What is scalar and what is vector? All the student knows about scalar and vector, because you learn this in your physics in 12th and in engineering also. The scalar only magnitude is associated. For example, time, volume, density, speed, energy, and mass. What is vector? The vector possesses the direction as well as the magnitude and must be obey the law of parallelogram of forces or triangle law. That is V is equal to V1 plus V2, that is the sum of the vector. So speed is the magnitude of the velocity. The speed, it is the magnitude of velocity. That means for these calculations, the scalar example is speed and vector example is velocity. And the sentence is speed is the magnitude of velocity. Speed can be represented the magnitude of velocity. This is the V1, V2, velocity V1, and this is direction of law of parallelogram of forces, and this is the triangle law. What is vectors? So vectors can be represented and it is written with V is equal to Vn, where V is the magnitude V and N is the unit vector magnitude. So with respect to these, there is a geometrical position of the vector with related to the length or magnitude. The vector represented by bold and non-italic letter, that is V, and the magnitude of the vector can be represented by non-italic bold letter, that is V. Vectors are associated with free vectors, sliding vectors, and fixed vectors. This is the diagram of the free vector, whose action is not confirmed or associated with the space that is known as a free vector. The sliding line of the space cannot be unique, then it is a sliding vector. And the unique point of the application is specified, then it is a fixed vector. So these are the three types of the vector. All the student shows the diagram. After that, there is a parallelogram law. The parallelogram law is act in this way. This is a crane. The crane can be acted with respect to these forces F1, F2. The resultant of this force is Fr. And with respect to these Fr force, there is a position of forces in opposite direction. Therefore, it forms a parallelogram. So resultant force, that is a diagonal and component of two sides, forms the parallelogram. That is C is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta, or sine law, that is A sine alpha is equal to B sine beta plus C sine law. That is called as an Lamis theorem. That is called as an Lamis theorem. This formula is related to the Lamis theorem. Force system. What is force system? The magnitude P, direction, and the point of application can be represented. It is called as an force system. So this is the diagram. The external force and internal force. The external force and internal force. The force applied externally by the bracket, bolt, or foundation, that is a repetitive force. That is known as an external force. And what is internal force? The deformation, stress, that is depend on the material property, that is called as an internal effect. That is called as an internal effect. So what is external effect? The external agency or external force which is applied on that bracket or bolt, that is called as an external effect. And the internal deformation, the stress generation, it depends on the material property, that is called as an internal effect. And that all comes in force system. The force system is the point which gives the resultant with respect to external effect, with respect to the internal effect. The force system. All the students know what is a concurrent system and what is a non-concurrent system. The concurrent system force. The concurrent system force. The force are said to be a concurrent at a point if their lines of the action interact at the point. Their line of action is interact at the point, then that system is known as a concurrent system. The F1, F2 are the concurrent forces. The F1, F2 are the concurrent forces and R is the resultant force. Therefore, F1 plus F2. So this is the diagram. This is the plane which is related to the law of parallelogram of forces. This is F1 force, F2 force. and with respect to that there is a resultant force. So force at the same point, the force at the different point, and the force forming the triangle law. That is called as an principle of transmissibility. That is comes in principle of transmissibility. All these figures are related with transmissibility. The component of projection of the forces. If the force is in this direction, then F1 and F2 are the component of R. That is R is equal to F1 plus F2. If the force it is comes in A and B direction, then FA and FB are the perpendicular projection with respect to axis A and B respectively, and the resultant is not equal to the addition of A plus FB unless they are perpendicular to each other. If the forces are perpendicular to each other, then the resultant is not equal to the addition of two forces. So this is the component of the forces. If in this way the force is act, then Fx is equal to F sin beta, Fy is equal to F cos beta. The force is act in this way, then it is pi minus beta. It is also act in negative direction, then it is minus F cos beta. And if the force that is act in this direction, so the force act in this direction can be represented with respect to the your F minus sine beta 2, that is F cos theta. There are two directions of the forces, that is vertical direction. The vertical direction can be represented with sine, and there are second direction, that is the horizontal direction, and that horizontal direction can be represented with respect to the cos. So there are two directions of the forces, vertical direction and horizontal direction. So this is one of the example.
Ma'am, screen not visible.
There is a network problem. So screen is visible after 10 to 20 minutes. The graphical representation. The graphical representation can be conducted with respect to the law of parallelogram of forces. That is, the graphical evaluation can be evaluated with respect to the resultant, and resultant can be acted with respect to the direction of proportionality in the magnitude. So this is the component of the forces, that is gravitational solution, the gravitational force. So any gravitational force, you have to apply the law of gravitation to find out the component of the forces. The forces can be resolved with respect to horizontal direction as well as vertical direction with respect to the angle theta. Then your Fy means your horizontal direction can be represented F cos theta, and Fh that can be represented with F sin theta. Fv that can be represented with F sin theta. Hello? Now the screen is visible? Hello? The screen is visible to all? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
So see this example, that is component of the forces. The component of the forces in this direction can be resolved in two directions. This is the rectangular component in the space. So this is F force. It can be resolved with respect to the force, that is C and B. So C can be represented with Fh and B can be represented with Fy. Then Fy is equal to F cos theta y and Fh is equal to F sin theta y. If there is a resolution of the forces in Z direction or 3 direction, then Fh cos phi, that is sin theta into cos theta. This is the multiplication. So it is the tension which is given with respect to the truss, with respect to this beam. Here is the one of the beam which is attached to the point B. It can be represented with point A, and this information can be inculcated with respect to this numerical. The solution is your 3D numerical is there. One of the numerical which is asked in GATE examination. This is the numerical. The tension in the guy wire is 2500 Newton. Determine the component of Fx, Fy and Fz, the angle Qx, Qy and Qz. So you have to first find out the three views, that is the AB. The values are given 40I, 80J, 30K. With respect to these, you have to calculate, square the value and calculate the value of alpha with respect to the parameter and calculate the force, and that force get these vectors, that is minus 1060 Newton, Fy is equal to 2120 Newton and Fz is equal to 795 Newton. You have to take the screenshot of this slide. So next point is movement of forces. What is the movement of forces? The movement of forces, it is a tendency of force to cause the rotation of the body about its axis. It is a tendency of the force to cause the rotation of the body about its axis, that is known as a movement of forces. So this is one of the rod. It can be tied with your hand, and your hand can be moved with respect to this axis. Therefore, it is called as a movement. So movement of forces, it can be included the principle of transmissibility. That means the movement can be multiplied with respect, the force can be multiplied with radius r1, the force can be multiplied with radius r2 and r3. The Varigon's theorem, that is principle of movement. All the students remember that there is a law of Varigon's theorem. Varigon's theorem can be represented. The force about a point is equal to the sum of movement of the forces component about the point. That is known as a Varigon's theorem. That is M0 is equal to R into F. That is R into F1 plus F2. That is the two forces. The force F1 and F2, and it is multiplied with the addition of force 1 and force 2. That is known as a Varigon's theorem. So this is the diagram which is forming a 3D view, and this is the one of the combination, that is movement of the forces, that is R into F. F can be represented with vector Fix, Fij, Fik, and radius can be represented with respect to R, Xi, Yj and Zk, and movement of the forces can be found with respect to these matrix, that is Y, Fz. You have to solve with determinant process and you will get this matrix. So this is another example. So in GATE examination, you have to come this numerical, that is calculate the magnitude of the moment above the point base O of 600 Newton force in different ways. 600 Newton force can be calculated with respect to O, and this is the diagram. This question is asked in your GATE examination. So first you have to take the moment, that is a diameter into force. It can be represented with 4 cos 40 because angle is given in 40 degree. 2 cos 40 with respect to this moment, 2 sin 40, the force can be act in this direction and it is 4.35. So 600 Newton is force into your diameter is 4.35. Therefore, the forces can be 600 cos 40, Fx is 600 sin 40, and the moment, that is the force into its distance. The force 460 into 4, that is the vertical distance, plus force 360, that comes, the distance is 2, that is 2610. So take a screenshot of this numerical also. This is the next part, that is solution 3. You have to calculate the value with respect to the different formula. Next is the couple. What is the concept of the couple? Couple, what it indicated? The magnitude produced by two equal and opposite and non-collinear forces, it is called as a couple. The movement produces by two equal opposite and non-collinear forces, that is known as an couple. So movement of the couple can be, two couple have a equal movement, that is F1 D1 is equal to F2 D2. That is the force, couple. This is a force in this direction, the opposite force can be acted in this direction. So this is the example which is related to the couple. Addition of the couple, how you add the two couples, that is, see this diagram. These diagram can be represented with point B and point A. These diagram can be represented with point B and point A, and with respect to the movement of couple, you generated point O can be given the movement M1. In this direction, given the movement MO, and the resultant of the movement is M. Therefore, M1 is equal to R into F1. It is in plane P1. See, this is the plane P1. M2 is equal to R into F2, that is plane P2. Therefore, resultant of the vector forms a couple, that is M is equal to R into R, that is R is common into F1 plus F2. By applying the Varigon's theorem, the R into F1 plus R into F2, that gives the M1 plus M2, means M is equal to M1 plus M2. That is sum of two couple is also a couple, that is equal to the vector sum of two couple. That is the basic thing. And this definition is asked in GATE examination for your true and false question. So this is also one of the examples, that is the movement required to turn the shaft connected at the central wheel. So this is a movement required. So you have to take the force, that is 40 Newton, by applying with the hand. This is the position of the couple. The force can be applied in this direction. Also it can be applied in this and equal forces. Case 1. Equivalent force system. Know that what is the equivalent force system? The equivalent force systems can be represented with respect to the force. The force can be applied with both the directions. It is applied at the end. It is applied on both the side. It is applied at the tip of two centers. So this is the diagram of the forces, which can be known as an equivalent diagram. That is known as an equivalent diagram. And these equivalent systems can be applicable while establishing the electric pole or signals. So in equivalent forces, the resultant, when you have to find out the resultant, the FR is equal to F1, F2 and F3, the addition of three forces. The FR is the addition of three forces, and for find out the movement of the resultant, this is a resultant. This is a resultant. FR is equal to the addition of F1, F2 and F3. But for find out the movement of the resultant, you have to make a force, that is the force into distance. That is F1 into D1, F2 into D2 and F3 into D3. That is called as an equilibrium condition. So equivalent system, that is the equilibrium. What is equilibrium? The equilibrium of the body is a condition in which the resultant of the forces acting on the body is equal to zero. The equilibrium of a body is a condition in which the resultant of the force acting on the body is equal to zero. That is condition studied in a static manner. The condition studied in a static manner. The equivalent system resultant. This is the force in which there is a equivalent system resistance. So this is one of the questions which is asked in GATE examination. Compute the resultant force and resultant of couple A. You have to compute the resultant of force of point A. So there are one force which is acted at point A, that is 150J. The another force is minus 600J. Third is 100J and fourth is 250J. So R is equal to summation of forces. Summation of forces means you have to add all these forces. That is 150J minus 600J plus 100J minus 250J. That is the resultant is minus 600 Newton J. With respect to movement, the movement of the forces can be taken with respect to point A. Therefore, all the forces can be moved with this point A, and the force act on the same point is equal to 0. And the force which is act on the same point is equal to 0. Therefore, you have to take the 600 distance into 600 force with distance 1.6 I. The 100 Vj, it is in anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, it is taken as minus, and 4.81, it is also in clockwise direction. So therefore, movement of the resultant of forces is equal to minus 1880 Newton meter. That is the value of K. So take screenshot. Next is equilibrium body. Equilibrium body, that is the result body. That is summation of all external forces acting on the body is equal to 0. The summation of all external forces acting on the body is equal to 0. And summation of movement of external forces about the body point is also equal to 0. Okay? So this is the diagram. This is the diagram. This is the rigid body. All the forces are acting away from the body. All the forces are acting away from the body. That is F1, F2, F3 and F4. And the movement is also acting away from the body. And what is the sum of that system? The sum of that system is equal to 0. That is summation affects the forces. All the forces in horizontal direction is equal to 0. Summation F1 is equal to 0. That means all the forces in vertical direction is equal to 0. F is 0. All forces in that direction is equal to 0. After that, we come on the movement. Summation of movement in x direction is equal to 0. Summation of movement in y direction is equal to 0. And summation of movement in z direction, it is also in 0. So this is the example of these free body or equilibrium condition. This is the example of equilibrium condition. This is a pallet system. This is a pallet system. All the students understand what is pallet system? Pallet system means or car parking system. There are in foreign there are different types of the car which is parked. So the car can be parked or the material can be load with respect load or unload with respect to the two different cranes. This is crane B and this is crane C, and the load can be attached with respect to knot A. All the students see this diagram. So A point can be attached with respect to the load with respect to crank A, crank B with respect to crank C. With respect to crank B, it makes the angle of 50 degree. With respect to crank C, it makes the angle of 30 degree. So this is the free body diagram. This diagram is known as an free body diagram. This diagram is a free body diagram. Free body diagram in which the load it is acted in downward direction, that is 736 Newton. The tension it is in A to C, that is A to C, that is tension AC at an angle of 30 degree. Tension AB it is at an angle of 50 degree. So this is the space diagram and this is called as a free body diagram. In the same way, this is a roller. Then force is acted at one single point. If there is a pin joint, then the force acted in two directions. If there is a roller, then force acted in one direction. If there is a pin joint, then force acted in two directions, that is x direction and y direction. And if there is a cantilever or fixed support, then the force acted at two directions with the movement of forces. So this is the diagram. This is the different diagrams which is related to the movement of forces. This is a diagram which is related to the free body diagram. So plane stress. For example, this is the example of the cantilever beam. This is a beam having a fixed point, that is the cantilever beam. This is the force F3. It is act in inclined position. Force F2 is in vertical downward. F1 it is also in vertical downward position. So what about its free body diagram? The free body diagram can be acted with respect to these, that is the fixed point or pin point, that is two forces, that is vertical force as well as horizontal force. And the force act in this direction, therefore its vertical force and horizontal force is act in the same direction. And movement of the force can be acted in anti-clockwise direction. So these are the various examples which is related to the stresses which can be carried out with respect to the diagram, that is cantilever beam, rigid body. This is also a equilibrium of the two dimensions. If the force is acted in collinear, then their independent equation is summation x is 0, because your both forces, the calculation can be carried out, that is summation fx is equal to 0. If the at one point, then summation fx is equal to 0 and summation fy is also 0, because it makes an angle of 90 degrees. If all the forces are parallel in direction, the summation effect parallel in direction means horizontal, then summation effect movement of the forces is 0. If the force is applied in all directions and the movement is also develop in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Then summation fx is equal to 0, summation fz is equal to 0, summation fy it is also equal to 0. This is also a 3D view of the same system. That is, it included the summation fz. Fz it is also included with equilibrium condition that is equal to 0. So this is one of the examples which is related to the raise of 10 kg hoist at length of 4 meter by pulling a rope. This is one of the example. Tension in the rope and reaction at point A. You have to find out the tension in the rope and reaction at point A. So this is a space diagram. This is a space diagram. Convert that space diagram into free body diagram. So with respect to this diagram, you have to convert this diagram with respect to free body diagram and determine the resultant force. So AF, it is in horizontal direction, therefore it having the horizontal force that is AB cos 45. CD, it is also a horizontal force, but it is the half force of AE. So half force of AE, that is AF you calculated 2.282 and CD is equal to AE is equal to half AF, that is 1.141. Then after that you have to calculate the force BD. BD it is in upward direction and it is BD cot 45 plus 20 because this angle is 45 and that angle is 25. Likewise, you have to calculate the value of CF, and with respect to the triangle, you have to calculate the law of tan alpha. Tan alpha, that is the summation of vertical and horizontal. That is C upon AE is equal to 1.6.3. That is alpha is equal to 58.60. What is the value of that alpha? That angle of alpha is equal to 58.66 degrees. So take a screenshot of this example also. So this is also one of the example of the rigid body that is called as an Lami's theorem. With respect to Lami's theorem, you have to find out the value of T and R. You know one of the value that is a 98.1. One value of one force, and with respect to that one force, you have to calculate the value of R as well as calculate the value of T. So there are different types of the books which is refer for GATE examination, that is engineering mechanics, statics and dynamics, vector mechanics of engineering, engineering mechanics, statics and dynamics, volume 1 and 2, principle of statics and dynamics, that is Pearson, and introduction of statics and dynamics. That is a very hi-fi book, but you are referring this and you are referring the general books which is available in our library. So thank you for attending this class. Now there is a discussion session. So if anybody having any problem, then ask the questions. Hello? Any questions to you?
No, ma'am.
No, madam.
No, ma'am.
So this engineering mechanics this engineering mechanics question is asked in university examinations for 4 to 6 marks, in which 4 marks in 1 marks question and 1 question for 2 marks in 2 marks questions. So